Greatest Colorado Rocky of all time, elected into baseball's Hall of Fame. Todd joins us now live on MLB Network. Todd, congratulations. We witnessed the phone call and your reaction. What was going on inside? What was that moment like for you?
I was pretty nervous. I really didn't think the phone was going to ring. And when it rang, I was still in shock. When it said Hall of Fame on it, I was very happy. And, this is something you don't play for, but obviously it's the greatest, it's the greatest award you can have as a baseball player.
Hey, Todd, it's Harold here. I want to take you back a little bit. I remember when Andres Galarraga, the big cat, was playing with the Blake Street Bombers, and they went, oh, they got another kid coming, Todd Helton. I was like, who the heck is Todd Helton? And all of a sudden you showed up and did your thing. Did you feel pressure in that year, getting that opportunity replacing him?
Oh, yeah, that was definitely my hardest year. I was hitting like 260 at the break with 8 home runs, and I was supposed to come in and play like the big cat, and he's a heck of a player, and it was definitely tough. But once I started playing a little more defense and worried about my defense, my hitting came around.
Hey, Todd, it's Tom Verducci. Congratulations. I'm digging the Tennessee helmet behind you, and I know it's probably game used, so that's really cool. But why don't you introduce us to the home team around you there, what this means to share this with your family? Who you got with you right there?
This is my daughter, Tierney. She's 21, goes to the University of Tennessee. My other daughter, Gentry, is in the 8th grade and a heck of a lacrosse player. And my wife, Christy, who did everything, so I was able to go out and play baseball and not worry about anything besides baseball.
Hey, one quick question for you, Todd. I know the scouts use that phrase, barrel awareness. You had that as well as anybody I ever saw, especially 2 strikes. Tell me about how your hitting style developed and when there was a point in the major leagues where you said, I got this.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever said I got this. The game humbles you anytime you say that. So I just worried about my next at bat and how I was going to go out there to help the team win. And, as long as you're helping the team win and doing stuff positive, I considered it a good game.
Hey, Todd, it's Bob Costas. Looking at that Tennessee helmet behind you makes us think of this. As most of our viewers know, you played quarterback for the Volunteers at just about the same time as Peyton Manning. And Peyton's a big baseball fan. You planning on inviting him to Cooperstown this summer?
Absolutely. Just talk to him.
Great.
So if he wants to come, he can bring his son, whatever. He's more than welcome to come. Everybody's welcome to come.
Oh, that's wonderful. I have a feeling you have a lot of Colorado Rockies fans that will make the trip to Cooperstown, New York. What does this mean to that fan base? You played your entire career for the Colorado Rockies, and so many people talked about your home and road splits, the fact that you are now an elected Hall of Famer, and what you mean for that franchise. Well, what comes to mind?
They can't take this away from me, can they? I'm just glad I'm in. For the fans, they're unbelievable in Colorado. 162 games. There's sometimes where you're just not feeling it, and you go out and you play at Coors Field, and the fans get you energized and they get you ready to play. And you never know when the one kid's there that's his first time watching you play. So that's what I thought about when I went out there and to play is to try to show the younger kids how to play.
Hey, Todd, big compliment here. Tony Gwynn told me this guy's a Hall of Famer in your 2nd season. He knew it was coming. He just loved you and loved watching and competing against you. It was amazing. Just wanted to dip that in there for you.
Yep.
I appreciate it. Tony gave me the best advice hitting that I ever had, and it was something that I used that game in every at bat the rest of my career. And so he didn't have to. He came over and sat me down and talked to me like Tony Gwynn does. And I was drafted by the Padres out of high school, so I was a Tony Gwynn fan. And
what'd he tell you?
But I tell you what he told me. He said, Todd, where do you look at when you're looking at the pitcher to see the ball? And I gave the stock answer. I picture a place right up where the ball's going to come out. He's like, Todd, you can't do that. He's like, your eyes wander too much if you're doing that. He said, you got to pick a specific spot on the pitcher, and then when he's about to release the ball, you just move your eyes over just a hair, and it works.
And now you're a Hall of Famer. Now you're a Hall of Famer, Todd Helton. Congratulations. We can't wait to welcome you to our studios in a couple of days. Congratulations once again.